right. Okay, I want to thank all of y'all for coming. I'm going to stand for a little bit, because that's who I am. In a sense, this is what I do. I have many stories I want to tell, but in the short time we have now, I'm going to just pick some of the stories that I feel that many people have asked me to tell. So, first I want to introduce who I am. Many of you already know me, because I invited, but some of you brought friends that don't even know who I am. And that's why I'm silent, because I'm deaf. There's only 2 deaf storytellers in the world with a master's degree. I'm one. The other one lives in, should I tell, then I'll be telling him too. No, he lives in Chicago. He's a wonderful man storyteller. His name is Peter Cook. He doesn't speak. He signs only. And he has a voice person. When we made the DVDs, it's been a dream since I was a little boy. And it was a dream I'd be doing this in front of some wonderful people. I'm proud to say that 2 people here. One is my ex-roommate named Matt, and my new roommate, Kyle. So both of them are whole after this experience. They don't come together and start telling stories, especially about roommates. So, because both of them will be telling lies. So, I want to get started with a story. And I may stop the signing because I'm going to start talking about the magical crayon, which is very popular, I've been told. So, I'm going to start the journey. This is a story about a little boy. And when this little boy was born, his mother happened to actually fall down a flight of steps. She was drunk, and she fell. And when she did, she was 7 months pregnant. And this little boy was born supposed to be November, but he was born in September. But he was born a blue baby, which that's what we call a dead baby. No oxygen, wasn't breathing. And so they went ahead and told him he had brain damage. And from that little baby, he was put in an incubator for 3 months. Supposed to stay 2 months, but they couldn't get him to heal. So he got worse. After another month in the incubator, he finally started maturing and growing. Little bitty thing. And then, when he came out and went home, one of the greatest things that his mother did, his mother had 9 children. And this was the 7th child she had. And of that 7th child, he found out when he got older that number 7 is God's number, the perfect number. So, as the kid got older, he started to realize that he was born with brain damage. He was born with deafness. And his whole left side of his body is paralysis. He's legally blind his left side. And he was told, of course, he'll never be anything. The doctor even told his parents to put him away and just focus on the other 6 children. The little boy's father actually walked up to the doctor. What do you say? You have a beautiful, healthy baby boy. The boy's father said, that's what I thought. So, on the way home, found out that the little boy's mother, of all the children, she took a little boy, they passed a little bitty church, a Presbyterian, and she told her husband, I want to go in that church. And they never go to church. And so they went in, the boy's father was like, okay. The mother and the father went to the altar. They took the boy and gave him to God. The boy's mother knew she was going to have issue with her drinking and stuff and had other family problems. But that was the only child was dedicated of the 9 children. So, as time went on, the boy was put into a mentally retarded class for 2 years. He came to where he began to like it. And you see why. Because while the little boy was in the retarded class, he sat in the back of the room, and all the other kids that were normal sat on the front. One day, a boy raised his hand. He said, I want to sit back there with him. The teacher said, you can't. Why not? Because he's retarded. Oh. Then all the kids turned and looked at that little boy. And then they all went. And then they all turned around. They all started waving their hand. Teacher, what? We want to be retarded too, like him. And that little boy just kept, he knew then he was okay. But the thing is, the little boy never knew what was wrong with him. Why people don't want to play with him. He's always liked to be picked for a game. And when he got to the second grade, he went home one evening. He was real upset. And his mother came in and said, "Who's picking on you?" And he said, "Picking on me? Nobody's picking on me." Because she knew he was going to have trouble at school with the bullies. And the little boy said, "Nobody's picking on me. Then why are you upset?" "Well, you know, Jim, John, and Steve, yeah, they're your friends. I know, but they all have problems. What's wrong with them?" "I don't know. They tell me to go out and play in the ground," he said. "They come up to him going, and they all got problems." She just laughed and she just hugged him and said, "You're going to be okay." The young boy never knew they were actually making fun of him in his speech. They were actually bullies. And yet he was upset because they were having issue problems. So, again, both of his parents died when he was 8 years old. His father died when Christmas. 5 months later, his mother died, and an abusive alcoholic. Very dysfunctional family. But, a light at the end of the tunnel, he, his brother and sister left Dallas, and they went to Memphis to live with foster parents. And he was kind of sad because he didn't have his parents. And he knew he was different. But still, he wanted to do something different. He always had the desire to make a change in people's lives. That was his dream. The time went on, but his foster father, when he arrived at the house, the foster mother came and hugged him, hug everybody. But the foster father came up and said, "I don't want you. You're an embarrassment. You're retarded. You don't talk right." The little boy looked up. Then he realized he wasn't worthy of anything because he lost his father. Now he got a foster father who don't want him. And then the little boy realized that his foster mother kept talking about this man named Jesus. He loved me. And that little boy like, right. He really loves me, that little boy said. This man named Jesus supposed to love everybody, but takes his dad, makes him retarded, give him brain damage, then he got a foster father who don't want to love him. Then the foster mother, though, kept telling him, "You have a gift. You're good. The way you tell stories." Whatever. Well, everybody else would tell him he talks funny. He looked funny. He's different, not smart. Until he got to the 5th grade. Before that, when he was in the, forgot to tell you, the 2nd grade, before his parents died, he was asked to draw with a crayon. Because back then they had psychiatrists who would come in every week and look at the child's work and determine whether they're crazy or they're going to stab somebody or that they didn't know what they were doing. That's how they determine how bad they are, brain damage. So the little boy drew a picture of a butterfly. Small, but the teacher only gave the boy 3 colors, gray, white, and black. So he drew a picture the best he could. Psychiatrist comes in and said, "What's that?" Boy looked up. "You don't know what a butterfly is, and you call yourself a psychiatrist?" So he gave him a D-. Maybe because the boy was being smart at it. Don't know. But he said, "That's the only color he's given." "Oh, okay. Well, do better next time." So he left. The little boy rolled it up, put it in his backpack, started walking out with his backpack. And the teacher stopped. "What's wrong?" "I got a D-." "Why?" Took out the picture, unrolled it. The teacher, "Why is those colors?" He said, "Well, that's the only color the teacher gave me." She said, "I was no good. I wasn't smart." "Come here." So she went over and got a big box of many colors. And the boy's eyes. And she goes, and gave him paper. He said, "You're good in telling stories. The way you tell that, the way you express it, your body movement, actually, you're pretty funny." He thought she was saying you're funny because of the way you talk. He didn't know the difference. And he got sad again. "Why are you sad? Making fun of me." "No. When you get older, you'll understand. You have a gift." So he left. Got home. His mama was on the front porch. What are you so happy about? I learned something new today. What did you learn? He said, I'm retarded. The mother, what? Who told you you're retarded? Teacher, the psychiatrist, the counselor, the kid, the principal. And I like it. Why do you like it? All the kids want to be like him. No. He said, we're going to play a game. And he said, what kind? You are to tell nobody you're retarded outside this house. We can do it. You can come and call me retarded you want, but don't do it often, because you're not. Okay, they didn't last long. So, a few days later, the boy's father took him to 7-Eleven, like a store, a convenience store. And he got there, and the woman behind the counter looked, and the boy's dad said, can you watch my boy? I'm going to shop. Sure. He goes, what are we today? I'm retarded. And the woman, oh my gosh. And all of a sudden, big hand. He said, hi, Daddy. And so that went on for years because he still didn't understand. So after his parents had passed away, then of course he met his foster father, he repeated what everybody's been saying. So still, before he left, a week later, the psychiatrist did come in because what happened that weekend, the boy went to the park to play. He was going to draw butterflies, but he wasn't sure what the teacher was talking about. A story with a picture? Then all of a sudden, the bright yellow butterfly landed on his hand. Beautiful. Then a blue one. Then a red one came by, landed on his nose. Awesome. Then he sees other colors. So he sat and up with the paper and took the crayons out. And with the magic crayon, he drew the most beautiful butterfly. He came back to school. Psychiatrist came in. Okay, what do you have now? He unrolled it. And he's watching the psychiatrist the whole time. The psychiatrist looked. Beautiful, beautiful butterfly, bigger, and the colors. Is that a woman riding on the back of that butterfly? Yeah. You mind explaining that? Sure. Because that person, woman, is my mama. Your mama. Why is she riding the butterfly? Because she's flying around the room right now. Can you imagine? She's going to watch you give me an A+. He got an A+. But he realized something, because the psychiatrist, when he heard the story that was short, his eye was watery. You're a good storyteller. But my mama says, and the teacher wrote it up. Take it to your mama. You know, still went home. Mama was so proud. Put it on the wall. So he realized, by drawing with colors, a crayon, and telling a story behind it, it became the magical crayon. But as he grew up, he still realized he had challenges, all kinds of health issues, problems. And he still wasn't sure if it was worth to be a storyteller. They told him he never passed the 3rd grade. Well, that young boy actually went on through life. He finally went into theater. And one day, the teacher asked why he was doing theater. He was in the 5th grade, his first theater gig. The teacher asked all the students, draw a picture of what you dream to become when you get older. The boys in the 5th grade drew a picture of a podium and a skinny little stick figure. And then all of a sudden, the American flag, the Tennessee flag, and there was that little stick person. And so the teacher asked everybody come, open it, and tell the class what this is and what you want to become. He said, I will become a speaker to change lives, to get people to come together. The teacher just laughed. She goes, you're not going to amount to anything. You can't speak well. The most you'll ever do is sweep a broom and work at McDonald's. And that boy looked up, what's wrong with McDonald's? You know, he pays the bills, you know. And after he didn't know who what McDonald's was at the time, he'd never been. And so he looked at the teacher, remember, smart aleck kid, said, you can ride the broom. took that boy's ears and took him into the principal. Principal, they was in the room, we lived watching. The principal, and then she comes out, and he goes, the little boy goes down. Teacher said on his knee, come here. I'm not going to hit you, come here. He hugged the boy. The boy felt warm. Why are you hugging me? Because I hate that teacher. Never have thought adults supposed to talk to each other like that. So the little boy was real proud again. So he still wanted to make a difference. He wanted to. But he had all this stuff against him. So time went on. That little boy finally went to high school, graduated with honor. Got 2 scholarships. He went to college. He got his BA in theater. He was so proud. He even made it to college. He passed the 3rd grade, made it to college, got his BA. And the people kept telling him, you need to go and get your master in storytelling. Yeah, right, then we go back. Then we had that speech department. He said, I can't talk well. You talk okay and fine. And most people are not going to really listen to all your words. They're going to watch your expression, the way you move. Basically, the kids that think you're awesome. Really? Cool. So he went on and got his master in storytelling 2 years ago. Believe me, I know all about that little kid because I am that little boy. So I got my master's. That's the story of the magic crayon. The other story I want to share with you real quick is about friendship. Growing up all my life, I had many friends, but never sure I didn't have that many true friends. Most people always come up and say, you're funny, you're funny, you're funny. I'm like, God, he come back with it. But really, I don't really think I'm that funny. I guess I do have this, whatever it is, but I love life. Life is short. So there are 2 friendships I want to share with you real quick. If you really trust your friendship, watch what God can do in your life if you just ask. And be careful what you ask for, because amazing things will happen. Well, when I was first working at a job as a counselor, the job coach for people with disability, my boss comes out, she's in a wheelchair. Hey, Kenneth, what? Friend come in, a new employee, his name's Marty. Okay? You're going to train him. You're going to help him. Why not? I don't like people. Oh, please. And she said, but I need to tell you something. He's quadriplegic. He's paralyzed. He can't stand. And he has a straw. He blows through. And I'm like, I can. I said, whatever the straw's in his mouth, I can't read his lips. You can do it. He's going to like you. Well, I don't like him. I ain't met him yet. And all of a sudden the floor, just like this. That's how this story reminds me of Marty, because of this floor. It was all wooden floor. And I thought, we're having an earthquake. She goes, no, we're not. It's Marty. Hey, man. Marty? Here he is. Kenneth. Oh, you're the deaf one, aren't you? Oh, so you're the crippled one. Oh, we're going to be friends, aren't we? I don't believe that. And my boss looked at me, and she went back in the office. Said, Marty, where's my desk? Over there. Why are you looking at me so funny? Close your mouth, you're drawing flies. Bite me. I would if you get closer. Here we are, a quadriplegic, a deaf man, brain damaged. We're trying to communicate. So Marty got on the straw, went over there, and I followed him. And Marty goes, we're going to be best friends. Then we went out to lunch. First time I've been with a quadriplegic. He gets in the van. Well, I had to open the door and everything, locked him in. I went and sat on the passenger side. Sit. Marty's back there locked in the back. Marty, Kenneth. What? Who's going to drive? Oh, me. Oh, I can't use my hand. So I got out. He told me where the keys were in his pack. I got it and got in the van. So Marty was talking. I said, you can't talk to me. I can't hear from back there. Take the mirror and move it. You read lips, don't you? Oh, right. Like I'm going to tell you, you're going to hit a tree. You go, what if I holler? I'm still deaf. And you'll still be in the wheelchair when we get to the restaurant. I like you, man. You're a funny man. Bite me. So we got to the restaurant. I come in, and I sit at the table, and believe it or not, I sit down, Marty's right there. We're going to move the chair. Oh, move. So I said, they rolled a steak. I start cutting it. Marty's steak's right there. This is really good. I like this restaurant. Marty, I'm hungry too. Okay, take a bite. Marty, you really are deaf and dumb, aren't you? You're ugly. How am I supposed to eat my meat? Oh, you want me to cut it? No, I'm going to use my toe. Okay, so I cut it, and I decided going to get even with him, trying to make me look stupid. So I took the meat, and the people on the other side, one guy came up, you quit being me and him, I'm going to help. You want me to feed you? Marty, no. Kenneth, you're embarrassing me. Well, hey, that was me. What else can I say? Marty goes, cut the meat and give it to me. Okay, so I gave it to him, and he reached forward and bit my finger. He bit it. Ah! You told me to bite you. Well, we had a great friendship together. We even started a business together during performance. He was like Lion Hardy, him and I. He was always the serious one, making fun of me, and I was always the one supposed to be a comedian. But even though I'm trying to be serious, I would tell people, this guy, Marty, he's ugly. You know what I'm saying? When he does his typing for the resume and stuff, it gives me a headache. When I watch him on the computer typing, he had this stick. He looked like a woodpecker. And I'll be watching, I'll stop. He goes, what? I'm trying to do your resume. But go, hey, just leave the way. I get your resume done in 3 minutes. People that got their hands take about 10 or 15 minutes. He goes, I make a bet to take dinner tonight. I give you 5 minutes. So I went to the living room. 4 minutes later, finished. All right, it's in the backpack. How do you get that paper from the machine to the backpack? Oh, come what? So he had a special kind of machine, a little thing. He can pull it and turn and drop it in the little bag. And so he comes in, I'm going, he looked better than me. So, time went on, Marty and I really started performing together. And then finally, about a year and 3 months later, I get a phone call. Marty's been in an accident. The van he was in was flipped. His nephew fell asleep at the wheel. So they told me, get to the hospital. He wants to see you. So I went to the hospital, and he's in a tube, and his hair swollen and all. But he could talk, but he had a tube where he couldn't talk with verbally. And that's the beauty of oral. So when he talked to me, he just like, now I'm going to talk, but imagine you don't hear nothing. Because I bet you know these 3 words if I say it. I love you, brother. Anybody knows those wonderful words. So he looked at me and he said, thanks for coming. Why don't you tell my mom and dad something? But there's no voice. I go, sure. His mother came over. What is it? He had something to tell you. Because they couldn't understand. He can't write. So he told me what to say, and I wrote a letter. Beautiful letter. A love letter to tell his mom and dad he's proud of him. He's glad to be their son. For standing by him all the time he had that accident when he broke his neck. That's how he did it at 17. And here he is, 10 years later, 27. And they said, the doctor came in and said, you want to stay tonight at midnight? Wow. We're pulling the plug. Marty's tired. He wants to go. What a tough time. I had to tell a friend goodbye. Betty, Marty, my best friend. Marty goes, please, let me go. I love you. I'm going, sure. So Marty and I walked to the door, and I felt like being pulled. And I turned, and from a distance, the most beautiful thing of all, I love you, brother. I will see you again on the other side. And if you quit performing and telling stories, I will kick your butt at night. And so that's beautiful. And they call me a lady, Marty's calm. Awesome. Because now I can't wait to get to the other side because he's up there ready to play football. You know, I have to keep watching about, blow through that thing. So through the years, the time went on. Through the time when Marty broke his neck, 2 years later, I had open heart surgery for a bypass. They didn't think I was going to make it, but I did. So I had to learn to walk, move. I had to walk with a cane for a while. And so I got healed pretty quick. 2.5 years later, the doctor said, your heart's doing very good. Awesome, awesome. So I decided to celebrate to go mountain climbing. But instead, I went backwards on the mountain from the top going down because I love mountains. I do. I love nature. It's awesome. Nature ain't so nice to me, but I like it. Well, my fault because I was going down a trail, and you're supposed to follow the trail. They have this fence. It's there for a purpose, like a wooden fence, like in colonial days. So I looked down the waterfall. I do the trail for old farts, so I'm not old, okay? So I climbed over the fence and started going down backwards in the mountain. And all of a sudden, I started to fall, so I grabbed the bush, and it came out, root and all. Then all I could say was, whoops. Then grab this bush. Okay. Then I see this rock, and so I hit it. And then I started bouncing, and so I flipped and fell. Whoa, fell, and boom. Then I got up. I had bush, and my glasses was quicker. And there's people, say, we're calling in a helicopter. No, you're not. I'm a big guy. I'm tough, I already got brain damage. There's not much more you can do to me. Then woman goes, what? Nothing. Now I'm going home. You must promise me you go to a hospital. Sure. I don't want the way you say that. I don't know about trust you where you got to because I ain't going nowhere. So I went up, went home. I was so sore all over my neck. And I thought, So I went to bed. Next thing I knew, boom, 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 boom on the door. Kenneth! It's my roommate. And I go, open the door. Had scratches and all. He goes, what happened to you? I thought I ran into a bush. He goes, I don't want to know. Then I was saying, you ready to kickbox? Yeah. So I went and got dressed, put the gloves on. He was standing right there, and he took his foot to kick me in the head. So he swung his foot around to hit me, to test my reflex. And so all of a sudden, I see the foot, and I went, and it broke. My neck broke. It was already cracked from the fall, from the day before. So I lay there, and he picked me up and took me in the emergency room, and I was paralyzed, just like Marty. But you know what? Because of his friendship, I wasn't afraid, because I kept thinking of Marty. And so I kept laying there, so they said, you may never walk again, normally. But years later, through a lot of therapy and exercise, I'm dancing in the rain. So I went ahead, and 2 years later and a half, doctor said, you're recovering remarkable, your back, your neck. But I have some bad news. What? You have cancer. You have 6 months to live. Okay. So I got up, put on my coat. Where do you think you're going? I'm going home. I am sick of this. You've got 6 months to live. You must have the surgery. Your colon had to come out. Oh, really? So he told me the things they have to do, And I'm like, I don't think I want that to happen. He goes, you have no choice. So I think I have 2 months to go to the mountains, spend time with my God. Sure. 2 days. So I went out there a day and came back. And when I did, I went into the nurse where his office was. And the nurse looked up and smiled. They're waiting for you now. Who? The hospital. The doctor knew you'll come back a day early. Your room is ready. So I went. And the most beautiful thing about having friends, and this time, knowing sign language, is awesome. Because my coworkers came. I was waiting for a deaf program at the time. And so when they put me into the emergency room to open the door for the last time, they already told me I might not make it. Because my heart's still weak from all the things that's happened. And I go, I wasn't afraid. So all of a sudden, when the door's shut, we have these little windows. And all my employees, there are 6 of them, looking as best they can. And then they moved their head from the window. And all I saw on the window was, I love you. Awesome. So all of them learned the sign, I love you. So there it was, the last thing I saw. But then I made it. I survived. So I wound up being well, got healthy, but now they're like Frankenstein. I got scars all over me. So now this Halloween, I'm painting myself green, put 2 boats here, and I'm just going to be Frankenstein. And a friend said the other day, you can't be Frankenstein. Why? I got all the scars. You ain't tall enough. So I forgot I had to be 6'7" or something like that. So as time went on, through the years, as I had said, I went ahead and got to school, got my master's degree, never dreamed it was happening. But before I got my master's, one of my baby brother, my youngest brother, passed away. He was an alcoholic. And that just really got to me. So now I have no brothers. He's gone. And so as time went on, I found out that I injured myself again because I fell down again and busted my back. And I was laid on the floor for about 5 hours in the bathroom. I couldn't move. So finally I got better, but I still had to walk with a cane, leaning over. So I just told the Lord, like I always do, I need a brother, a friend who knows how to help me to stand up again, to feel proud. And so I went to theater, and a friend of mine came in. Well, he wasn't a friend then, he came in, you know. And I'm proud to say, you know, he may kill me for this, but that's Matt. And that's how I met Matt. So I told God I wanted somebody to work out with. And all of a sudden, as soon as I talked about it, 20 minutes later, this guy comes in with his hat and scarf and, you know, real big, you know, my 2 interpretive watch. I go, what's wrong with you two? Cute. Oh, you think he's married? And I go, oh, what am I, chopped liver? You know. So everybody was watching this guy, you know, and I'm like, and the Lord said, go to him and ask him to train you to get back in shape. You nuts? I love God. He didn't strike me. I go, you nuts? He goes, you ask, I'll provide. No. 2 days later, I was hoping Matt would quit class, but somehow he kept coming. So here he comes. The Lord said, ask him. So I wouldn't. I left. The next week, strong as ever. Ask him. But Father, he's always around people. Yeah. He goes, well, what do you want to do? If you leave him alone in the room and nobody's around, nobody, the teacher, nobody, just me and him, I will go to him and ask him if he can train me. The Lord said, and then sure enough, when class was over, guess what happened? Everybody left. That's why I hold on to one of the interpreters. Don't leave, stay, you know. Why? I got to get to class. I got to interpret. Then I turned around. I took my time packing my backpack. Turned around. He's not going to be there. Not going to be there. And there he is in the corner. So I walked up. And I said, I know you're going to think this is weird. You may think I'm gay, but I'm not. But did you train people like working out, living? He goes, sure. And I said, I'm just trying to lose weight. When I met him about 5 years ago, I believe, I was almost 300 pounds. I was 298. So I'm now down to 224. All because of Matt, you know, I'm now learning how to stand up straight. And I don't walk with a cane no more. So I've been blessed. And then last September, a year ago, I had a stroke. And I was back on the cane again. And guess who I went to for my therapy? Matt. A week before Christmas, I threw away the cane. And then 3 months later, February, March, April, 4 months later, my baby sister died. She passed away. But God blessed me because she was in a coma. And he allowed her to wake up to talk to her big brother, Kenneth. He couldn't talk much, but we held hands and just talked. I told stories to her. And she just smiled. And the last thing she did, she couldn't talk hardly, but with the clearest voice, she just goes, Kenneth, what, Mary? I love you, and went to sleep. And she died the next morning. Awesome. I got to say goodbye to her and Marty. And then just about a month ago, 6 weeks ago, I get a phone call, a text actually, my nephew text. And he said his mother was sick, my older sister. She's a year and a half older. And so he texted me back Saturday morning at 5:30. Said, mother is gone. My other sister passed away. She got sick Thursday and died Saturday. But still, I know that I have friends like Matt and others. Because when I got a friendship in Marty and Matt, true friendship that God had given me, and I have many friends at Panera that I'm very much fall in love with. They're like my family. Because when I lost my two sisters, I gained a whole bunch of sisters that I love. They're so much fun. I mean, I could talk all day about work. And wonderful guys, but like a brother that's there. He's not there now. We have to go, but not there. But I have other brothers that I really look up to that means a lot to me at Panera. So I've been blessed with friendship, and I hope to continue to be like this. And so basically what I found that by having true friends, you're not just getting a friend, you gain a family. Because I mean, I'm just telling you, when the two wonderful people got married, they both gained families, not just each other. So you got to treasure your friendship very much. I want to tell one more story in a minute. Actually, I may have some short ones I want to tell. And what I want to talk about is about my first baptistry. And that is after Mom and Dad died. We never went to church. Even though she dedicated me on the altar, we was invited to come to, well, my father and mother actually went to church constantly. Every time their door was open, we had to be there. Even if it was just a vacuum for a wedding, we had to move the tables. And others thought she was a religious nut and a half. And because she kept talking about this Jesus guy, the Father, Son, Holy Ghost, 3 in 1. I'm like, I couldn't figure that one out. And then all the time, I did get the spirit part right. She saw the Holy Ghost, the way we said at that church, and the Holy Ghost. And I got so excited because I was watching TV one day. She screamed at it. I know who Jesus is. I know who Jesus is. She ran in the living room. How do you know? Look. We're looking on the TV at Casper the Friendly Ghost. Do they know each other? Oh, my God. I don't know what this is. I did explain to a dumb boy, don't understand English, playing the ghost, the Holy Ghost. She goes, okay, fine. Just don't tell people that, Jesus and him know each other. And I go, why? I like Casper. He's a friendly ghost. He's like, Jesus being nice, so what do you want, Okay, have fun, keep watching Casper. And so time went on. But the thing is about going to church, from an 8-year-old boy's perspective, you don't understand language. The first time I did go to church with them, I'm sitting on the pew, I don't understand everybody's talking, but I'm not singing with the music. They didn't have instruments. It's just an organ. But like I was at a funeral every time I went to Sunday service. And I'm like, then they'll sing, they'll pray, they'll sing, they'll pray, and then he'll preach and pray, sing and pray. And at the end of everything they say, I was surprised. I was like, this is weird. And all of a sudden they passed the offering plate. And my father's mother let me, put your nickel in, put your nickel in. I put my nickel in. Then I started moving on the coin. She goes, what are you doing? I'm looking for, what are you doing? I'm trying to, you ask the question, I can't even say anything, So they passed the money, and after the service over, they did it again. At the very end of the service, I'm like, the church was saying, can I go outside? Sure, go. So I ran down, I went in where the plates are, they're all empty. Oh, man. So I put it moving, I'm looking for something. My father might come in, what are you doing? That's embarrassing. Are you looking for money? No. Who cares about money? What are you looking for? Almonds. Almonds? Mm-hmm. Why are we looking for almonds? Because y'all do it all during the church service. What are you talking about? Well, at the end of every song, every time he preaches, you keep saying, almonds. We're saying amen. I can't just speak English. Say amen. But y'all, almonds. I mean, I'm watching your lips. Almonds. Oh, okay. And I thought when they pass the plate, you put it in liquid, you get almonds. But I had a wonderful foster mother. She came home that afternoon from the grocery store and bought me a bag of almonds. Don't you ever do this again. Stay out of the plate. Yes, ma'am. So you see, I had a wonderful time growing up, even though I misunderstood. And everybody still thinks I'm a comedian. And I thought, well, this is the way I live. What do you want me to do? And finally, my foster mother always praying, Kenneth, we get saved. Kenneth, get saved, get saved. And of course, in my church, you get saved, you got to get baptized, right? Well, I told my friends going up to the front, you get a little free little red Bible? I wanted one. My foster mother looked up and oh, God. So I went to the front. Oh, praise the Lord, you're getting saved. Actually, I was just going to get a red Bible. And so the pastor said, okay, all you new members, you new kids, come here tonight, and we're going to baptize you in the baptistry. I never seen the baptistry. We always had sprinkle, but that particular night, we're going to be immersed. I thought, oh, okay. And don't get your white underwear. I ain't getting baptized in my white underwear. No, I'm not going to be up there and nobody, look at his white underwear. No! He goes, you're going to be wearing a robe. Oh, okay. So, showed up. He told all the parents to leave. Because sat back in the pew. They opened the curtain. the baptistry. It's like a small little swimming pool. So cool. So I'm standing like this, and you have to understand, my pastor is like 10 feet tall, you know, and he's a German. Always talking, and I'm like, he always scares me. So I don't have my foster mother with me. Somebody help me to understand what he's saying. So he's looking down, oh, you looking at? So I look in the audience, see my foster mother. She's going. And so I'm standing there, and I'm going, he goes, I dived in. I went swimming to the other side. Came back up, whoa! I look in the audience, I couldn't see my foster mother. Where did she go? And all of a sudden, the pew, a hand. And then I looked over the glass, all the choir members, water. The water went over the glass. And all of them were looking up. And some of them were just kind of laughing. The auditorium, the cracking up. And I look up, oh, the pastor. So I stood. He's standing next to me. Look at my foster mother. So he goes, and I'm going, then I don't know what he said. So he put his hand on my mouth, and I went, what are you doing? I don't want you to get water up your nose. I thought he was trying to drown me because when I went to took a swim, you know, made him look bad. And I thought this way people get rid of deaf people, you know, And then they had brain damage. What's the difference, you know? So I went ahead and let him cover my mouth. I'd be going to heaven, meet the Holy Ghost, me and Casper. I can't wait. And so he'd been there. He was really upset. He really let me have it. And I was just a short little fella. And I went, shit. When I did, both feet came up. And I came back up. My foster mother had gone again. And she goes, okay. I'm going, water all over everybody because I kicked the water over the glass again. So Pastor, so he goes, took my hand and put it down there. Oh, y'all know when you have little people, kids or shorter people, when they bend you backwards, there's a piece of metal, put your foot under it. When they put you back, your feet can't come up. So you can smother me now. So he put the cloth over me and baptized me and came back up. Everybody just, woo! I thought that was a great baptistry. I'll never forget it as long as I live. So I went home because my father, I think she disowned me for about a week. She didn't talk much to me. And so, but then she kind of cracked up. She thought it was funny after all, but she told me not to tell nobody. So I can tell you now, she passed away a long time ago, but I can tell the Holy Spirit, you know, she's going to get me when I get to the gate. Because I'm never supposed to tell you all that story about her. So one other short story I want to share real quick is that growing up, that I have learned in life, that I actually pursued my dream. I became a storyteller. But I also love being a motivational speaker. Just recently, I went to a church about, 6 months ago to visit. And they asked me to tell about stories. So I told some stories about the almond and, you know, going for a dive, you know, and everything. And then I shared some other stuff that I've learned at church. Well, I started talking about, of course, my cancer. And when I got finished, it was just amazing. And it was packed. And so people would line up, you know, coming up, hugging and shaking hands, thank you, you know. Excuse me. And this man's 98 years old, barely could move. And his son or grandson was holding his arm. He said, I think it was his grandson because he said, my grandpa wants to talk to you. And he goes, you can let go. And he just walked 2 steps. It's thin, looked really sick. He reached out, and I grabbed his arm, pulled him forward, and he goes, I have something to tell you. What? He goes, I only have a week left to live. I have colon cancer. But I want you to know, when you told your story, the whole story of the cancer story, he said, you made me realize I can let go. I'm 98 years old, and I've been afraid to die. But listen to you, I'm ready to go home. Because I was looking at him, I was really that bad? He goes, ha, 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 I like you, you know. He goes, no, but I want to hug you because you made me realize death is not something to be afraid of. So he hugged me, and I mean, it was just amazing. And then I went to a school the next day to talk to kindergarten kids. And the little girl, everybody laughing, woo, 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 you know, Kenny. And then they all left, and I told them to say, I love you. And also friends, which is the stories I shared with you earlier. So as time went on, we finished, and all the kids went back to their room. That one little girl, I noticed going down the hall, cute little girl, holding the teacher's hand, just walking down the hall. And then she turned this way, and I see her, and then she let go of the teacher, turned, started running towards me. And then the principal, my friend, and the teacher, whoa, what's wrong? I want to see Mr. Tedford. Sure. She comes up. I mean, she just looked up. Her eyes were sparkling. Reminded me of my sister. And she just said, Mr. Tedford? Yes? I love you. And can I hug you? Sure. I said, okay. So she hugged my waist down here. You know. And then she looked back up. We friends. And then she just walked off and grabbed the teacher's hand, just walked down the hall. And she turned. So that's the power of storytelling. And that's what I want to share with y'all. So anyway, I want to thank all y'all for taking your time to come to this, and new friends. And I want to thank y'all. Remember that all of y'all are a mirror to each other. So whatever we say or do to each other, I want you to leave to knowing this. Can everybody do this? There we go. The kids are really good at it, you know. Remember this as I love you. And when you're driving by real fast, you see somebody good looking or handsome, just pray they don't give you the bird. But, you know, I get that out loud, and I'm going, hi, and they're going, and I'm going, hi. But they don't know what I love you is. But remember that each one of us are storytellers. And I want to thank you all for coming. Love you. Thank you.